Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 54 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I am getting set up, hanging out in my overworld base, but I want to head back to the Twilight Forest this episode. I had such a blast exploring that area, but I do want to do a couple things in the overworld just to take a peek around, because, you know, things are running here. I've got chunk loaders going on, so I want to make sure that everything's okay. For example, how's this thing doing? Oh good, I've got some stuff in there still. Oh yeah, plenty of blaze rods and stuff cooking up in there. Not a worry about that thing running out of juice anytime soon. Also, how am I doing over by this side of the house? Oh yeah, plenty of biomass. It's all constantly being turned into biofuel, so it looks like my whole biomass biofuel system is running smoothly. Even got a little bit of seed oil pumping in here, or a lot, depending on what you consider to be a lot, and plenty of honey. So we'll definitely want to get working on some alvearies at some point soon. Pretty much everything's running smoothly. I think I like that. Now, I did turn off my mining machine, so no new items are coming in from my quarry, that big mining frame quarry thing that I built with mining wells. But it looks like at this point I've got a decent amount of stuff. I've got over a stack of diamonds. Ooh, I've got over a stack of emeralds. Nice. I should go trade some of those in for some awesome pages. I don't know. We'll see. But otherwise, pretty much everything is running smoothly, which I like to see when I'm back at my main base. Now, there is kind of a machine I was considering building this episode. Not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not, but I've got an idea or two. Definitely want to consider, you know, if it's possible. Also want to check out my Blaze XP farm. Everything is running smoothly there. And a quick tour over to my enchanted room, the Hall of Enchants. Everything looks like it's working just fine. Yep. Plenty of items in here, not worried about pretty much anything. Cool. Wow, Disjunction, I've got a lot of those books, don't I? Cool. Alright, so why don't I get situated, make sure I've got everything ready to go, then I'm going to do a little bit more exploring in the Twilight Forest and even maybe build a machine to help me out while I'm there. Alright guys, we'll be back in a few. Alright guys, just went back and collected some of my stuff out of the Twilight Forest, and I noticed something a little troubling. Not the end of the world, but I lost my goggles of revealing. Oh noes. Well, I'm going to have to make myself a new piece of armor. A diamond helm might just work perfectly for me. I am going to, of course, enchant it with some good stuff. Probably just throw, you know, the standard stuff on there. But since I'm in the overworld, I can go ahead and re-equip my quantum armor. And it's actually something I'm going to want to do because in a moment, I'm going to head back to the nether. There's something I want to collect and start working on. So, hooray, I can run fast again. Oh, how I missed this. Alright, I'm going to want some protection on this helmet and everything, so why don't I get that all set up and I'll be back. Alright guys, adventuring in the nether after some ghasts. I wonder if I can get this guy. Oh yeah, that is awesome right there. Oh good, a ghast tier. That's what I'm after. After playing Minecraft for as long as I have, you will learn one very indisputable fact. The first time you go to the nether with no gear at all, there will be ghasts everywhere trying to kill you. The second time you go to the nether looking for ghasts so you can get ghast tiers, you won't find any anywhere. Alright guys, after much running around in the nether and having to recharge my quantum boots twice, I definitely now have at least a very small amount of ghast tiers, which is way smaller than I would have hoped after spending that much time hunting ghasts. But, it'll work for now. Even had to drop off significant amounts of gunpowder that I got while I was down there. Oy, yeah, not much by way of, you know, ghasts spawning for me. So I guess I'm just unlucky. But I got 10 ghast tiers, and that's at least enough to start building this cool machine that I have in mind on what I want to do to help me as I'm exploring the Twilight Forest. As we know, I can't use my technology there, so I have to come up with something interesting to help me out. So let's figure out where I'm going to build this nifty contraption. I'm thinking probably either down in my basement. I don't think I need a whole new house for it. I think just somewhere down here. Though, to be honest with you, this place is getting a little crowded. Yeah, maybe I will build it somewhere else. I don't know. I'll find a spot. I'm going to start getting the ingredients I need for this little contraption, and I will be back in a few moments. Alright guys, so I'm getting started making what I need to make here. Long story short, I'm going to throw some lapis and some rose red, and I'm probably going to even need a little bit of gold and a little bit of iron here. once I've collected all these items, you'll see what I'm going for. At least I hope. I want to make myself, first off, some of that stuff. It was real quick to build. It's blue pipe wire and red pipe wire. Both interesting items. Okay, now I'm going to take some of the red pipe wire and I'm going to get myself an iron AND gate. And meanwhile, I'm also going to throw some gold in here and I'm going to work my way up to some golden chipsets. Now, I haven't shown you guys the redstone golden chipsets yet and the gates that they can make, but they're very cool and very useful. But I want to get these guys started and show you that I'm working on them, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But for now, just note I am working my way towards making those important items. Cool? All right, now I want to probably get a couple more pieces of iron because I'm going to need that in a bit. Just toss them in there. And yeah, I don't actually want iron AND gates, do I? Or yeah, I do. I do want one. That's cool. All right, so we'll be good. We'll let the golden chipsets go first. All right, now on to the next thing I want to make. I want to make an automated brewing station. I want to be able to not completely overload an inventory with brewed potions, but I want to say, you know, keep a couple brewed potions in there so that I can open up maybe a ender pouch whenever I need, grab a few potions, and rest assured that a few minutes later it will refill that ender pouch with plenty of potions for me. So why don't I get started working on that? I think I was going to go make it down here. What do we got here? An igneous extruder? I don't think I really need that guy there anymore, do I? And I could probably move this chest too. So let's dig into my canvas bag and work my way out of the portal gun. Cool. Let's grab this chest and put him somewhere that's kind of more out of the way off to the side. Right here might not be a bad spot. Yeah, that works. Cool. And now for the igneous extruder. Let's get rid of this thing. I don't think I really need this here, do I? No, not at all. I do, meanwhile, have an aqueous accumulator hanging out down here, and I think that's actually feeding some stuff that I want it to feed, so I'm going to let that stick around. Cool. For now, though, I am going to put away some items and get started building an automated brewing stand. Now, I'm already working on an autarkic iron AND gate. Remember, I made an iron AND gate, so now I'm bumping up to the autarkic version. And I'm going to throw some red and blue pipe wire into the assembly table with the redstone golden chipset, which is important. I'm going to make a golden AND gate. Okay, so the iron and gold AND gates are slightly different from each other, and you're about to see the difference, but just wanted to note that being made. Now, back to my brewing station area. So, how do I want to work on this? Well, that's a good question. Gotta figure out exactly how I want it to work, but I think it shouldn't be too bad. Alright guys, so real quick, making a buffer. 2 of them, and I want to make a regulator in the end here. So what I'm looking to make out of the regulator is this thing. So I'm gonna need some brass. I'm gonna need a bunch of things. No big deal though, because I've got pretty much everything I need right here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more of those red doped wafers that I'm gonna need, and I do need a little bit of brass, which I should have some of around here. There we go. That'll do for now. I think that's enough. Alright, what am I missing? Oh, right, wood. There we go. Item detector. Cool. And I want to make actually 2 of them, so let's get myself another pressure plate. Ta-da! 2 item detectors. Cool. And for a regulator, I'm going to need a total of 4 buffers, actually. So let's get a little bit more iron. I do love crafting with this nifty gadget right here. The fabricator is so cool. Nice. So I've got my buffers, I've got my item detectors. I'm almost what I need to get a regulator. Gonna need about 4 more pieces of wood and 4 more of those brass ingots. Cool. Ta-da! 2 regulators. Good. I've got 2 regulators, I've got 2 transposers, I've got a bunch of other important stuff that I'm going to want to have. But for now, I think I've got pretty much everything I need to make this nifty contraption. I do want to get a few more things, though. Let's see. I'm going to put this away, and I don't need these at the moment either. But what do I have in here that I can use? Oh, good. I've got some red pipe wire. I'm going to need some of that. I do have emerald transport pipes, and I've got some golden transport pipes. No. But that's okay. I'll just make some real quick. Okay. Now, let's see how my gate production is doing. I should have got everything I need, right? I hope so. I've got an autarkic iron gate, and I've got an, let's see, probably going to want to make another one of those autarkic iron gates. Let's get that cooking. What's missing in here? Well, we do want another gold gate, so that's good. Let me get the autarkic iron gate going on. Alright guys, I've decided to build my nifty contraption right in this room. It's right across from my main house. It's what used to be the entrance to my mining cave. I said I'd make this out of something eventually. So what I want to be able to do is just have a big storage of water bottles and automatically keep an ender chest filled at all times with at least 3 regeneration potions, which is what I needed the gas tier for. So let's build it. First off, I'm going to need to brew up some potions, right? So the first potion brewing stand is going to go here. Cool. Now, if we take a look at the potion recipe for a regeneration potion, where is it at? Potion of regeneration, somewhere around here. There it is, right there. Nice and easy. It's an awkward potion with a gas tier. Okay. Now, an awkward potion is a water bottle with some nether wart. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick a whole bunch of nether wart right in here. Now, we do want to get ourselves an infinite water source. We actually don't need to make it too fancy because water bottles don't ever actually, use up the water in a water pool. So I should be able to, nice and easily, just maybe place right here a bucket of water. Okay, and if I get myself some water bottles, there we go. I'm going to get a handful. Just so I can fill up this chest. Now, at some point, I might start automating the filling of the water bottles, but at this point, not terribly necessary. Oh, that's not good. I didn't want to break that. There we go. Cool. Oh boy, I am short on inventory. That's okay. So this will be close to enough for now, just to demonstrate how this is going to work. Okay, let's see, I want to get one more set of these. And pretty much I'm relying on the fact that I'm never going to put anything but water bottles inside of this thing. Good, enough for now. All right, that's cool. We can actually put this thing away, don't need him anymore. And we'll sort the dirt, which probably means it'll get destroyed. Now, from here, I need a transposer from red power 2 to pull out of the chest. And I'm going to place it right there. Okay, anytime this receives a redstone signal, it'll pull one water bottle out. Okay, to that, I'm going to hook up a redstone tube. And to the redstone tube, I'm going to hook up something that I don't think I've used this season yet. It's called a regulator, and it did not mean to go there. Okay, right there is where I want the regulator to go. Now, the regulator does kind of what it sounds. It regulates the inventory that it's attached to, and you can give it all kinds of instructions. It's really a very handy device for doing a lot of cool stuff, but you'll see what I'm about to use it for. But basically, it'll make sure that it tries to regulate how many water bottles are in here, and it's really simple. All I have to do is tell it that water bottles are the item that's allowed to go into the regulator. It'll prevent any other items from going in, but I'm not too worried about that. The left side here is pretty much what's allowed to go in, whereas the middle is a buffer. Any items that do make their way into the regulator get stored in here, and the right side can be used to define how many or what amount of items go into the adjacent inventory. So you could say, keep a certain amount of items in here, and if it ever doesn't have that amount, go ahead and emit a redstone signal. So pretty cool, useful device. From there, I'm going to actually hook up another chest. Now, this chest will store all of our awkward potions, okay? So we're going to hook that up right like so. And to the awkward potions, we're going to get them out using emerald gates, and we're also going to need some golden transport gates, okay? Cool. Now let's see how those golden gates are working out, because they're actually pretty important for this build. Oh good, I've got them. The 2 golden AND gates are ready to go. Come on, let me out my house. Okay, now I do need to brew my first set of this stuff, so let's get 3 of these bottles. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and even demonstrate this right now, okay? All I need is a button to get this thing started. And what should happen is, the way this thing works is every time it goes ahead and places an item in here, it's going to emit a redstone signal, which is going to be pretty useful. So let's watch. I'm going to say, go. Note that it uses, it does emit a redstone signal and, you know, drops it in there. Now we're going to spit another one in and another one in. Cool. Not bad, right? Now the important thing here to note is that if we hit another redstone signal, it's going to backlog. It's going to say I couldn't fit that item into the brewing stand. And I could keep shooting it out, but it's not going to let anything come out. So I'm going to probably want to hook up a timer to that thing. But what'll happen is every time the timer pulses, it's going to try and emit the redstone signal, try and put the item into the brewing stand, and if there's room for it, it'll go ahead and work. Cool. Now, what I do want to do is probably tell this thing that you're only allowed to pull out of here the awkward potion. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that one guy in there, and I'm just going to place the awkward potion right in here in the filter slot because we don't want to, you know, pull water bottles out of here. This one will, the wooden gate here would have pulled out water bottles, so that's why we have to use an emerald gate. We have to say only pull out awkward potions. Okay, so that's important. Now here I'm going to set up my autarkic gate and my gold gate and some red piping wire. Okay, this is an important trick too. Now I'm going to set this guy up here and the iron gate here. Now red pipe wire can be used to transmit information from one gate to another, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Over here I'm going to say, hey, this is a golden AND gate. If you have items in an inventory, okay, which we'll find items in inventory, there we are. Okay, if there are items in this inventory, go ahead and emit a red pipe signal. Now the problem is that if there was, say, oak wood in there, it's emitting a red pipe signal. We don't want that. We only want it to look for awkward potions. So that's what's cool about the golden AND gate. Anything better than gold, so basically gold and diamond, can tell it what items to look for. Like so. Now I'm saying, hey, try and keep awkward potions in here. If there's an awkward potion in here, go ahead and emit a red pipe signal. No longer is it emitting, even though there's wood. Nice. Now down on this side, we're going to say, if you don't have a red pipe signal, go ahead and emit an energy pulse. And what this will do is it'll empty out the brewing stand of all the awkward potions when there are none in there. So let's see what happens. Cool. It went ahead and emptied out the brewing stand for me. And it's going to go ahead and send them right in here. However, if there are any awkward potions in this inventory, it's not going to empty out the brewing stand. So if we go ahead and send more water bottles in, there we go. You'll see that once these are done brewing, it won't empty them out of the brewing stand until this inventory is empty of awkward potions. Cool, right? Following along so far? Now on this side, we're going to hook up another transposer, okay? And to this, we're going to set up probably another regulator, just like so. And we'll have some redstone tubes running to here. Now, this guy actually did have a reason for using a redstone tube, but since it's too close to the inventory, it's not working. But you'll see what the point of the redstone tube was down here when I go ahead and hook up a button. And to this button, we're going to say, I want you to keep awkward potions in this inventory. This inventory, of course, being the brewing stand. And on the brewing stand, we'll put some gas tiers, okay? But I'm not going to put them in there yet because they're super rare, and I don't want to waste gas tiers just yet. Okay, so we've got this thing set up. What we should wind up seeing then is the following. We've got 3 awkward potions in here, right? And we've got 3 awkward potions sitting here not being pulled out because this chest already has some awkward potions in it. Following with me so far? All right, so now if I hit this button, it should start pulling out awkward potions. And note that it automatically pulls out every time because of the redstone pneumatic tubes in between them. The regulator is emitting a redstone signal, which is triggering the transposer again. And look, all of a sudden our awkward potions are coming through. Cool. Now, if we had a timer on this guy, it would be a good time for him to start running again. Got it? So it would keep pulsing, and then boom, there it goes. So we're definitely going to need some timers here. definitely. But you can see everything's kind of automating now. So this guy's getting ready to brew, and I'm going to go ahead and put one ghast here and there, just because I want to actually create the potions that I want. To this, of course, I'm going to hook up another emerald gate and another golden transport. Now the one that I want to hook up to is the red, black ender chest, and it occurs to me that I've got one around here somewhere. Oh, it's nighttime. What's up, zombie? Why don't I sleep through the night, go get my red ender chest. Might have an ender chest actually in my house somewhere. I might. I'm trying to remember if I had any laying around. If I did, I probably would have put them in. Oh yeah, I did. Nice. What is the color? Red, black. So, I just need myself one rose and one ink sac. Cool. I was gonna go sleep through the night. Meh, whatever. It's all good. I'll just deal with the zombie noises. So down here, red and black. Red, black. So that's the ender chest that I want to keep the potions in. So all I gotta do again is a pretty similar setup. Autarkic iron, gold, and I'm gonna even snag from here one of those potions of regeneration. What I'll say is, potion of regeneration is what gets pulled out of here, not the awkward potion. I will hook up the iron gate, I'll hook up the gold gate, I'll say, hey gold gate, if there are items in inventory, and they have to be potions of regeneration, okay, then emit the red pipe signal. Oh wait, I have to actually put red pipe wire on before red pipe signal becomes an option. There we go. So red pipe signal, and you, when red pipe signal is off, go ahead and empty out the inventory. So why don't I just put in here my potion of regeneration again and demonstrate that as soon as it, yeah, not that. I want energy pulsar. There we go. Cool. So as soon as that happens, it starts emptying out the brewing stand. Cool. Why don't I make a couple timers, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, remember you want to try and use as few timers as possible when messing around with stuff, because they can definitely cause a little bit of lag. So what I'm going to do is set up behind the scenes here, okay? Just so that this isn't terribly obvious. And it's really just frame rate lag that they can cause, and it's not like, you know, the end of the world, but trust me, if you have some really fast running timers, it will, you know, become noticeable. So I'm thinking just some red alloy wire here. And yeah, I know, I'm using a pickaxe to mine dirt. And probably just want to set up some kind of lighting system and maybe even a lever to turn it on and off if we ever need to. And let's just set up the timer right here. It doesn't really matter where it's set up. So I'll put the timer and the lever. And let's set the timer interval to something like, I don't know, every 5 seconds or so. That ought to do. Did kind of want this thing to... I might need to, I don't know. I did kind of want this thing working the way I wanted it to. I'm kind of like bummed that it's not doing what I was hoping. Alright, I've got an idea. Let's move this thing. We're out of water anyway. Why don't I get more water, more stuff, and make this work a little bit smoother, and then we'll be better. Cool? Be right back. Alright, here goes nothing. You ready? This should work pretty well. So I'm going to let this hook up, and I'm going to switch this guy on so that he'll run somewhat regularly. And this should work pretty well. Just need a little bit more water, and then we can purposely and totally demonstrate this whole thing working. So basically what we should see here is the following. We've got some awkward potions going on here. We've got this guy with one awkward potion in it, but that's okay. You should pump more out, but it might just be because it's stuck at the moment. Not loving that. Alright, there we go. Just by placing a repeater on the line there, it kind of makes everything behave a little bit more. So it looks like things are behaving pretty good right now. Just need some more water bottles. Alright, you guys ready for the final demonstration here? So, we've got a backlogged system. We've got the nether wart, we've got awkward potions here, and everything's ready to roll. Basically what we should find happening is every time we pull some, you know, potion of the potion of regeneration, once that chest is empty of regeneration potions, it should instantly brew 3 more for me. So let's demonstrate it right now. Alright, I'm going to clear this chest out of potions of regeneration. Ta-da! Now what should happen is this guy should start emptying them out, and it'll start refilling awkward potions in here with the gas tiers. As soon as that happens, it's going to start emptying this thing out of awkward potions, and it's going to start making more awkward potions. And you can see it's using up the water bottles. And moments later, we should have already more potions of regeneration in here, and in a moment we should have these guys be more potions of regeneration, these guys be more awkward potions, and everything is automated. How cool is that? So right now, anytime I empty this chest and there are no potions of regeneration available, it'll instantly fill with 3, because there should always be 3 available in here. That is, of course, if I keep refilling gas tiers, which was a real nuisance to find. So I have to find another way to get them. But basically, long story short, keep this up and you should be pretty solid. There should be no overflow, because there's only going to be 3 awkward potions pulled out of here before this chest fills back up with awkward potions. So we should be pretty solid. We've got the awkward potion here in reserve, ready to dump into this guy. Everything should be really quick. So long story short, I've got a bunch of potions of regeneration ready to use in my battle against a lot of the Twilight Forest boss monsters. Not a bad plan, right? So I think that's a finalized build. I'm going to leave it as is. Now, another thing I could very, very easily do, by the way, is swap this out with gassed tiers. I could put any kind of potion in here, really. For example, if I wanted the healing potion, right? The instant healing. There we go. That also requires awkward potions. So real easy to switch this up. Just go ahead and get yourself some glistening melons. And, you could throw the glistening melons in here and just change this conditional. Instead of looking for, potions of regeneration, look for potions of healing. And do the same with the emerald gate here. Change the emerald gate so that it's only pulling out potions of healing, not potions of regeneration. Really simple change, and then you'll have an instant potion machine. Which, honestly, the potions of healing are a lot easier to get. It's really not too bad of a recipe, just a golden nugget and some melons. So at some point, maybe I'll build a melon farm and swap this out, just because gas tiers were a real nuisance. Alright guys, back in the Twilight Forest, and oh right, I've got my armor on. Alright, let me clean that up. Much better. Alright, so, got my technological gear on, and I figured, unfortunately, we're pretty close to that wrapping up point of this episode, but I thought it would be neat to go ahead and head off in this direction here, and maybe give you guys a sneak peek at one of the boss monsters I might be encountering next episode. Now, I'm pretty pleased with the system I came up with. I decided I want to pretty much always keep at least 1 potion of regeneration on me. At some point, maybe I'll even automate that system to the, to the point where it'll automatically pull out empty glass bottles from the chest. So maybe once I drink the potion, I can put it back into the ender pouch, and it'll get pulled out, filled up with water, and sent back into the system. That might be really cool, and that might be something I work on in another episode or 2. But for now, I want to head off in this direction. It looks like there's a lot of these liches out in this area. I did hope that maybe killing the lich would remove the enchant that the Enderman, affected of this realm, but unfortunately it didn't seem so, because I just got the slowness debuff while, hanging out here. Oh, cool. Another one of these little areas here. Sometimes there's treasure around these, so I might want to explore that point later. But for now, I just need to, head off, show you guys what I might be encountering next episode, and maybe even, talk about some of the other things I want to work on. So let's see, what do we got over here? It looks like we're about to head into another biome of this Twilight Forest. There's actually quite a few biomes out here. I want to say there's almost like 7 or 8. Oh boy, look at this place. This is a scary looking place. What is going on here? Oh man, what's that? Ah. There's smoke, there's fire, there's lots of evil things, and there's one of these places. I remember these guys, they're nasty. I'll light this up. Oh man, there's even lava here? Dude, craziness. But, let's see, what's on the map here? Off in this direction we go. Oh yeah, look at that, we're starting to explore more of the map. Cool. Be careful out here, guys. This looks dangerous. Maybe I should get one of those, oh boy. One of those fire resistance enchants. Are we almost there? What is this place? A Hydra? Uh-oh. Alright. I'm not going to fight a Hydra right now. No way. I'm out of here. But I will probably be back next episode to encounter this Hydra, see what it's all about, and hopefully get some cool stuff with it. Man, this place is cool. Look at all this insanity. Whoa! Taking damage from I don't know what, but I am out of here. So I'm going to head back to my portal home, make sure, maybe even get some fire resistance potions. You know, we'll see. I don't think I need to automate those, but, you know, I don't think it would be a bad idea to have some. What is this dude? How's it going there, Mr. Ram? Nice. That's cool. Yeah, alright, so don't need to automate fire resistance potions, but maybe wouldn't be a bad idea to have a couple. So for now, unfortunately, Direwolf20 signing off on episode number 53. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely had a good time. Oh wait, this is episode 54, isn't it? Yes, episode 54. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely liked the automated potion machine. It's going to keep things nice and filled. It won't overproduce potions for me, but it will make sure that I've got a few. Nice. I like that a lot. And, you know, like I said, next episode, more exploration, more battling in the enchanted Twilight Forest, and I will see you guys then. For now, take it easy.